The first roster update of MLB The Show 22 comes out tomorrow. So in this video, we're going to be going over our first diamond and gold locks of the season. Now, of course, no such thing as a lock here in MLB The Show 22. We have seen players well deserving of becoming a diamond take a couple updates to get there, and players going silver to gold, etc, etc. But we're gonna give 3 gold players and 3 silver players that I think are the most likely and closest to getting to that next tier. May not be the best investment options at this point of the year, but maybe you can come in, get in some pre-orders on some of these cards below that next tier quick sell value and profit off of it that way. As always, we're going to keep coming out with our early roster updates that are going to be more investment focused as well. We're going to have another coming out Saturday. Looking forward to the next roster update. If you want to get early on investments, definitely be sure to sub to the channel, have notifications on so you know when that video is going to drop. And if you want early access to our roster update videos, consider becoming a channel member as a full-time content creator here on both YouTube and Twitch. Channel memberships support me in a massive way and allow me to keep pumping out this content for y'all. That's enough out the gate though. We got 6 names we're going to be talking out today. Let's hop into the first one. First guy we're going to be talking about here, it is Carlos Rodon. No doubt well due for an upgrade, even at an 83. A +2 should easily come for a guy like Rodon with how he's been pitching so far to start the season, especially with his Ks per 9. He's closing in on a 15 Ks per 9 so far out the gate here to start the season. He's yet to give up a home run and has only given up 11 hits so far in 23 innings. So just straight dominant stuff. He's been the best pitcher in the major league so far, in my opinion. Still not sure what the White Sox were doing, just letting him walk away. Not even a qualifying offer there. Rodon has shown the stuff before. He's put it all together here in San Francisco. Now, his price already $4,000 on the sell now. Of course, with the new quick sell changes, that is above quick sell for an 85 overall diamond. So don't forget these new changes. Rodon is not going to be quick selling at 5,000 subs if he gets up to that 85 level. He'll just quick sell for 3,000 subs. Now, we are early enough in the year though where we can see players get to that next tier and then shoot past that quick sell value price wise. We saw it last year with Trey Turner and Byron Buxton, 2 of the first players to go diamond last year. At multiple points, they were up closer to 10,000-11,000 subs, double that of the quick sell value. So could Rodon hit 6,000 to 7,000 subs even as a diamond from where he's at? I definitely think it's possible. Not banking on it by any stretch. It'll be really, really interesting. Rodon's going to be our first kind of test this year, so to speak, to see how these quick sell values are going to affect the prices of cards as they get to that next tier, as Rodon already 1,000 stubs above what an 85 quick sell will be. Really, really interesting to see. Certainly due for an upgrade. I don't see any way that he doesn't get that +2, but crazier things have happened. Next pitcher we're going to be looking at here, it is Kevin Gausman of the Blue Jays. After a mediocre first start against the Rangers in that opening series, he has been nothing but dominant since then. Gausman has over 11 strikeouts per 9 innings so far to start the season, has yet to walk a batter or give up a home run. He has given up a few too many hits than we'd like to see, but the peripheral numbers are still very, very strong. At an 84, he's only needing that +1. Plus, you mix in how good of a pitcher he was last year. That's definitely going to take into account with his ability to be upgraded. You put a little bit more weight into that 2021 season as the year goes on. He's continued that performance so far, was a diamond caliber player last year, showing he's one of the better pitchers in the league again so far this year. You got a guy easily can get a +1 to an 85, if not maybe even more than that. You look at his price, 3,000 subs, so he's right at quick sell already for an 85 overall. It'd be interesting to see again, can he move past that quick sell value, or is he going to be sitting more at that quick sell 3,000 number and we could see his price not really fluctuate or change whenever he reaches that diamond tier? Kevin Gausman, Rodon, both very, very confident in those that we see a movement on them overall wise. Our third player here, we had to have at least one position player. These new balls in MLB have definitely made a pitching game so far out the gate. But Ozzie Albies still showing off a lot of pop this year with a lot of room to grow on his offensive attributes. Already has 6 home runs on the season, so that 67 power right, 78 power left. definitely can see that move up. Now, his contact left, not going to move at all there, even though he's hitting lefties very well. His 60 contact right is the concern for me because he is batting sub 200 versus righties so far on the season. Could that keep him from getting that +1 overall? Maybe he gets a boost to both of his power numbers, but that contact versus right drops ever so slightly. It's definitely possible that could end up keeping him down. He does have a good track record, though. Ozzy does. He was a diamond at a few points last year in the 2021 season. I definitely expect him to get back there at some point this year. Not entirely positive if it will be this update, but I think he's the closest position player we have to being a lock to go diamond in this update. You look at his price, it definitely reflects that. Even more expensive than a guy like RODON, which is kind of wild to me because I do love what Ozzy's doing, but he's certainly not near as much of a lock as a guy like Carlos Rodon is. But hey, 4,200 subs on Ozzy, a position player, probably more likely to see a higher increase in his value if he were to go diamond than we would see from pitchers. Now on to our silver to golds. Our first lock definitely should be a lock here. It's Anthony Rizzo. He leads the major leagues in home run. He's hitting for average this year that he hasn't in quite some time. The batting average is well up. 8 home runs already on the season. Just across the board, needs some nice offensive attribute adjustments. And at first base, his poor defense not really going to affect him too much. Obviously, he's supercharged right now, so his price was absolutely skyrocketing from that supercharged. 1,400 stubs, definitely well above that 80 overall quick sell value right now. Rizzo, though, definitely has a lot of room to grow over the season. First base is a position where that defense isn't going to matter as much. He keeps hitting how he's hitting. Who knows what the limit could be for a guy like Rizzo, who's had a track record before of being a diamond player. He keeps up the pace he's had. It's certainly possible he can shoot well past being simply a gold player. Definitely expect a pretty significant bump for Rizzo in this upcoming roster update. Don't see any way he doesn't get to at least that 80 overall threshold. Next guy we're looking at, the Rockies power hitting first baseman CJ Cron has been playing very well. And again, first base defense not going to matter as much. Cron right now has a 380 isolated power, which is kind of ridiculous to think about. That is some insane power numbers. Even 6 home runs at this point of the year is incredible. But he's showing even some more gap power along with that, really hitting the ball very, very well. And you can see 53 contacts versus right, definitely his lowest offensive attribute, where he has the most room to grow. He's batting 269 versus righties. It's nothing to write home about, but 269 batting average is definitely better than a 53 overall contact rating versus righties. Again, that 60 level is going to be our league average. League average is definitely well below a 269 so far to start the season. So Cron could get a nice boost to his contact versus right, maybe some slight power bumps as well, and he's pushing his way into that mid-gold overall territory. 1,000 stubs already on the sell now, so the price of Cron is pretty significant. A lot of these prices on silvers are going absolutely insane right now. I think they're a little over invested so far, in my opinion. The main window for investments has passed, but we're going to be ready to pounce on some of these guys who are dropping in price come Friday, Saturday. CJ Cron, if he doesn't get an upgrade, expect this price to drop down. Could be a great pickup there. And of course, long-term potential. Could he reach diamond? Definitely possible. A lot of work to do there, but a big update Friday could help him on that path. The last silver we're going to be looking at here, it is Pablo Lopez, part of that Marlins rotation, which is honestly kind of filthy. Extremely underrated rotation, in my opinion. They got a lot of dudes on the bump for them. One of those guys, Pablo Lopez, has had a great start to the season here. He's just given up 13 hits in his first 23 innings, yet to allow a home run, only a 1.59 walks per 9 as well. So he's not walking a lot. He's not giving up a lot of hits. He's not giving up home runs. We do want to see a little bit more strikeouts from him. That 58 Ks per 9 definitely can get a bump from where it's at, but I think that's going to limit his long-term potential. But if Pablo Lopez starts striking out players at a little bit higher clip and he gets that Ks per 9 boost, a guy like Pablo Lopez has absolute diamond potential this year. He had a really good season last year, was a gold several times, still young, so he doesn't have this long track record of being a silver caliber player. He was a more than silver caliber player last year. He's proven that he's that guy again this year. Really, really impressive stuff so far to start the season for the Marlins. Now, of course, price-wise, he is 1,400 stubs. He took an absolute leap over the past couple days, so his price is very high. Would not get in at 1,400, but do expect his price to drop down ever so slightly. Even if he gets to that gold tier, I could see Pablo Lopez dropping back under 1,000 subs and becoming a nice little investment at that point. He's a guy I have my eyes on very long term. We know those long-term plays this year have the potential to give us the most value and return on our investment, even a bigger return on our investment than we would have gotten in previous iterations of MLB The Show with these new quick sell changes. So Pablo Lopez, a guy I'm keeping my eye on all year long. His starts have been must-watch TV for me. Same with a guy like Sandy Alcantara on the Marlins. Really love this Marlins pitching staff. I think they got a lot of potential. Two other guys I want to point out real quick. Starling Marte on the Mets has not been playing well. He could be due for a downgrade. Now, he does have the good defense helping up his overall quite a bit. So even a slight drop in some contact and power numbers may not take him down, but Marte could be dropping down pat under the diamond tier. So keep that in mind. Same with Ketel Marte. He's more of a hitting overall base player. He's not been hitting good, batting under 200 right now. So Ketel Marte could be dropping under that diamond tier as well. Currently selling for 10,000 subs. So if you got a Ketel Marte, maybe look at offloading one of those. That's all we got for today, though. The first roster update of MLB The Show 22 is here. We love roster update season. Of course, all year long, we're going to be keeping you in tune with the roster updates so you are ready and prepared for our long-term plays, our short-term plays, when to buy, when to sell, everything. We're going to have you covered here on the channel. So if you enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel. Supports me in a massive way. And leave a like on the video and comment down below. Who have you invested in the most for these first couple roster updates here in MLB The Show 22? Until next time, I'll catch y'all around.